Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to NFL predictions versus that dude Brett. I am recording this on Friday, January 1st. Happy New Year! Congrats, it's 2021. Goodbye, 2020. So you probably see on the right, 10-6 for me, 4-12 for Mr. Brett. And that is because I did not get any picks from Brett. And that's because Brett has forfeited against me. So what ended up happening is we gave our guesses for the Christmas game, which was Vikings versus Saints. And as we all know, especially for those who play fantasy football, Alvin Kamara went off 6 touchdowns, and the Saints won. Now, I told Brett I'm going Saints. He said, okay, I will go Minnesota just to counter the pick. And with the Saints winning, that put me from 10 to 11 games up on Brett. Then you had games Saturday. 3 games, which was Bucks and Lions, 49ers Cardinals, and Dolphins Raiders. I told Brett I am going Buccaneers, Cardinals, and Dolphins. And after the 49ers Cardinals game, I still had nothing from him. So he messaged me, I believe maybe even after the Dolphins Raiders game, and said, he's too far behind and he forfeits. So I have won the prediction series, and as you all know from the first episode, the winner was able to pick a jersey of his choosing, and the loser pays for it. So I get to go scour the internet and find the jersey I want. So I'll go to NFL Shop, pick out whatever Steelers player I want. If I want Big Ben, if I want Watt, Minka, Juju, Claypool. If I want Joe Hayden, Steven Nelson, whatever. If I want Terrell Edmonds, if I want Vince Williams, Devin Bush, James Conner, it's my pick. Now, what I may end up doing is if I say to Brett, hold off until the draft, I want to get the jersey of the first round pick, that's another possibility too. So if I choose to do that, I choose to do that. He just owes me a jersey. So that was the wager. He did end up winning the league we're in together, the Fantasy Football League, so he made a little bit of money there. But yeah, that's yeah. So that is that's that. And I will make a final predictions right here, right now. Not like they matter that much, I guess, anymore. We were going to go into the playoffs. We won't anymore without doing a separate bet. He talked about doing possibly another wager, but just for the playoffs. I have yet to talk to him about that. And if we were to do something like that, I would have it be a smaller bet, maybe a hat or a shirt. Obviously not full on jersey, just because the regular season's 17 weeks, whereas the playoffs, you're let's see, wild card, divisional, conference, you're 4 weeks. Much less teams, so it's a much smaller wager. Hell, it could be a wallet. So whatever he wants to do, and I obviously have to agree to it. He can't make me, he can't force me to do anything that I don't want to do. So there we go. I'll make my picks for this week, and that'll be it. So Falcons at Buccaneers. I am going to be taking the Buccaneers. They're probably going to rest a few guys. I don't know if they can move down at all from the number 5 seed at all. If they can, then maybe they play their starters for at least a half or something like that. Couldn't tell you. Cowboys at Giants. I am going to be taking the Giants here. I believe Daniel Jones is playing. If he's not, then oof. So we'll see what happens. Jets at Patriots. I'm going to take the Patriots, even though the Jets are 2-0 in their last 2 games. I don't know where this Jets team was earlier in the year. Vikings at Lions. I am going to be taking the Vikings here. They got beat up by the Saints in the last game, so they probably win this game. Steelers at Browns. Big Ben not playing. Watt not playing. I believe Cam Hayward not playing. Joe Hayden I don't think is playing. Marquise Pouncey I don't think is playing. So a lot of players for the Steelers are either just inactive altogether, or they are or they're just not going to play that much. They might play a quarter, a half, whatever. So with that said, my mind would tell me, take the Browns. They're trying to be at full strength. But the Browns also have COVID issues right now. Also, it's sacrilegious for me as a Steelers fan to pick the Browns to beat them, so I'm going to take the Steelers. Ravens at Bengals, going to take the Ravens. Dolphins at Bills. I will be taking the Bills here. Ryan Fitzpatrick tested positive for COVID, so now he can't. Let me think. He can't come in for Tua, to save the day. Seahawks at 49ers, taking the Seahawks. Cardinals at Rams. I'm going to take the Rams. Sorry, Mike's in the way a little bit of my view. Jags at Colts. I'm going to be taking the Colts. Titans at Texans. I'm going to take the Titans. Raiders at Broncos. I'm going to take the Raiders. Chargers at Chiefs. I'll take the Chiefs. Packers at Bears. I will take the Packers. Saints at Panthers. I will take the... I'm going to take the Saints. But Kamara, one of my coworkers texted me, tested positive for COVID. So just keep that in mind. And Washington at Philadelphia. I am going to be taking Washington. And that's it. Thank you, everyone, for being with Brett and I on this journey throughout the season. I'll let you know what jersey I pick, and when it comes in, all that will be videoed. I do have a few videos already recorded. I finished Face of the Franchise, so look out for that. I recorded 3 more episodes. Each of them are only hour recording sessions, not 2-hour recording sessions like I was doing. Just figured try an hour, see what happens. So overall with that was an okay series. As far as the game went, a couple things I have a problem with. It makes you end your career after like 7 years. What else? After like 7 or 8 years, something like that. But even though it just said either that year or the year before, I was midway through my career. Like, what? It's like, that doesn't make sense. And then Tommy's never involved except for a few text messages. Like, really? We can't play him in the Super Bowl? Like, final year in the league, right? We're on one sideline. Tommy's on the other sideline. Super Bowl. Facing each other. Right? And, winner ends up better than the other person. And, that was just something that I found a little disappointing. It's the same thing. It's Isaiah Streets all over again. I might make an actual reaction video to like just give the entire thoughts, but those are just a couple of quick things that I thought of. So again, thank you. I'll update the records and then do a final season review of how it went. But Brett just felt like I was too far ahead. Oh, and if you're asking why, if he didn't give you a single pick, why is he 4-12? That was a rule we had with the league, or not the league, with this wager, is that if anyone forgot to give their picks, we didn't want it to be an 0-16 death sentence. So you would get 4 correct guesses. That's it. So if there was 14 games, you'd be 4-10. If there was 16 games, like, without a buys, you're 4-12. If there's 13, you're 4-9. So you would just get 4 correct answers. We didn't want, to someone to forget to be a death sentence, especially like I'm on the East Coast. Brett's over on the West Coast. So my games are 1 p.m. His games are 10 a.m. He stays late, he's up late and he sleeps in. It's like 11 o'clock noon his time, and he finally wakes up, to be like, okay, get the later games. And if he only gets 3 correct answers, cool, we'll give him 4. So, that was just kind of like prevent a death sentence from forgetting, So that is all I have for you guys. Thank you once again. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years